Third, subject EVS, topic changes in our surrounding. Hello students. So students, before starting the lesson, I would like to ask few questions. So, what do you see in this picture? Yes, there is day and night. Very good. What do you see in this picture? Very good. The children are playing in the garden. And what do you see in the second picture? Yes, it is dark everywhere. You can't see anything properly. So students, we can see things around us during the day. But why can't we see them clearly at night? Very good. Because there is dark everywhere in night. During the day, we get sunlight. That is why we can see the things around us clearly. It grows dark after sunset. There is not enough light. We see the stars in the sky at night, but we don't see the things around us clearly. Day and night affect living beings. So students, as you can see in the picture, this arrow indicates the sunlight. So as the sunlight falls on the half portion of the earth, the remaining half part remains in dark. So as you can see, the dark part there is night, and on the remaining half portion, as the sunlight falls, there is day. So students, as the sun sets, it grows dark and it becomes night. Look up at the sky. At night, it looks really beautiful. Students, what do you see in the sky during night? Very good. You see moon, stars and clouds. Okay. So you can see this beautiful sky during the night. But students, why can't we see the things around us? Because there is no light. We cannot see things clearly in night because there is dark everywhere. There is no light. Students, we cannot see the stars in the daytime because the sun is very bright. So now we will study long shadow and short shadows. So anyone has seen the sun rising? Yes, very good. In the morning, the sun rises in the east. Before the sun rises, we can see various shades of colors in the sky to the east. So students, when the sun rises in the east direction, as it starts rising, we get more and more light. So you can see the beautiful sky full of various shades of colors in the east, as you can see in the picture. And we can also see the things around us clearly. When the sun rises, its light is soft. The shadows fall to the west and they are long. So students, in the morning, the sunlight is not harmful for us, but it is very soft. As the sun rises from the east, the shadow of the object on which the sunlight falls is in the west direction and is also long than the object. As you can see in the picture, the sun gradually begins moving higher in the sky. Shadow becomes shorter. When the sun is directly overhead, shadows are very short. So students, as you can see in the picture, the sun began to move high in the sky and it gets brighter. So we can't look at the sun directly as it is dangerous for our eyes and we can also go blind. So as the sun is moving high in the sky from east to the west direction, when the sun comes over the head, the shadow is very short of the object. So students, as you can see in the first picture, the sun is in the east direction and the shadow of the tree is long and it is in west direction. In the second picture, you can see the sun is moving high and the shadow is becoming short. In the third picture, the sun is above the tree and the shadow has become very small. The sun slowly begins shifting to the west. The shadows begin moving to the east and become longer. So students, as I said, slowly the sun begins to move to the west side and the shadow to the east. And the shadow is becoming long. As you can see in the picture, the first tree, okay, it is the, and you can see the shadow, okay, so that shadow is the known shadow, okay, and the second tree shadow is of 3 p.m. shadow and the shadow is towards the east side and it is long. So students, as you can see, there is morning, afternoon and evening, which describes the long shadow and short shadow. In the morning, the sun rises from the east and the shadow of the tree is very long and it is in west direction. In the afternoon, the sun is above the head and the shadow of the tree is very short. In the evening, the sun moves from east to the west and the shadow is long and the shadow is in the east direction. After the sunset, various shades of colors are seen in the sky to the west. At other times, the sky is blue. So students, the sun starts moving down and the brightness of the sun goes on decreasing slowly. Also, the color of the sky starts changing, which looks really beautiful as you can see in the picture. The sun goes down and down till we cannot see it. This is known as sunset. Many people go to see sunset in the mountains and beaches because it looks even prettier there. Students, do you know? People specially go to see the sunset at scenic places. Mahabaleshwar in Satara district is famous hill station. A spot in Mahabaleshwar is very well known for its view of sunset. Tourists visiting Mahabaleshwar make it a point to visit to the sunset point in the evenings to experience the spectacular sunset. From dawn to the night time, birds are the first to sense the end of the night. The chirping begins from early dawn. If there is a rooster nearby, you can hear it crow. The birds leave their nest. They start flying in flocks and begin to search for food. Do you know, students, the birds are the one who sense the end of the night first. You can hear the noise of the birds early in the morning. And you can also hear the sound of the rooster. The birds leave their nest early in the morning in the search of food. Birds too begin to blossom gradually. Their petals start unfolding. The flowers have sweet nectar. Bees come to collect it. Butterflies, beetles, and other insects start hovering around the flowers. So, students, the birds also start blooming as you can see in the picture. There are some flowers that blossoms in the morning and then close up in the evening. As you can see in the picture, the butterfly and the bee are on the flower. Students, the flower have a sweet nectar, so they came to collect it. People around us set themselves to work too. We also get ready to go to school. What do you do when the day starts? Yes, you'll go to school, you'll get up, okay? Get ready and come to school or start working. Children go to school. Some adults go out to work. Some adults work at home. There are few adults who work at night and rest during the day. Cowards take cows and buffaloes out to graze. Once their stomachs are full, they sit in a quiet place and ruminate. In the evening, the cattle return to the shades. Flock of birds return to their nest. We return home from school. So students, cows and buffaloes are active during the day. They walk around and eat grass and leaves. When they are done eating, they rest. In the evening, they all return to their shades. Birds return to their nest. We also return home from school, right? Our parents also come home from office. But some nocturnal animals set out to search for food after the sun sets. Moths, crickets, and glowworms are some such animals. Tigers, bats, and owls are also nocturnal animals. Raatrani, queen of the night, and rajanigandha, tuberose, are flowers that bloom at night. Students, there are some birds and animals that rest all day long. They become active when the sun goes down, that is, sunset. Owls are like that. Bats are active at night too. But remember, bats are not birds. They are actually flying animals. There is a special name for living things that are active at night. They are called nocturnal creatures. The nocturnal creatures rest during the day. It comes out to look for the food at night. Nocturnal animals are wolf, tiger, leopards, etc. There are some flowers like Raatrani and Rajnigandha that blooms at night. Insects like mosquitoes, cockroach, bedbugs, moths, crickets that is ratkida and fireflies are nocturnal. The new terms are rumination. Some animals gaze until their stomachs are full. Later, they bring back the swollen food into their mouth again, a little at a time, and chew it. Then they swallow the chewed food a second time. This is called rumination or chewing curd. Rumination helps them to digest their food properly. Cows and buffaloes are animals that ruminate. Second one is nocturnal. Some animals sleep during the day. They search for the food at night. Such animals are called nocturnal animals. Now students, we are going to study the phases of the moon. The moon rises at different times every night. If you search the moon at a fixed time every evening, you will see it in different places. The shape of the moon also changes every day. So students, the moon rises at the different time each day. If you look at the moon every day, you will see that it looks different. On some day, it looks like it is becoming bigger in size. On some day, it looks like it is becoming smaller. The day the moon looks completely round is called the day of the full moon. For 15 days after that, it appears to become smaller and smaller. On the 15th day, it cannot be seen at all. That is called the day of the new moon. So students, as you can see in the picture, in the first picture there is moon, but in the second picture there is no moon. Okay, so some days the moon looks like a big round circle in the sky. On some day there is no moon in the sky at all. The day the moon looks like a complete round circle is called as full moon day. As you can see in the first picture, it is called as full moon day. And in the second picture, there is no moon. Okay, there is no moon in the sky. So it is called as new moon day. After the day of the new moon, the moon appears to grow bigger and bigger for 15 days and is completely round again on the day of the next full moon. So students, after the full moon day, for next 15 days, the moon appears smaller and smaller. Then on 15th day, we cannot see the moon in the sky. It is called as new moon day. Then again on 16th day, the new moon appears to grow bigger and bigger. For next 15 days, that again it is full moon day. So students, as you can see in the picture, the cycle of the moon, how the moon changes the shape. So on the 15th day, it is full moon day. And again after 15th day, that is on 16th day, the moon is becoming small and it will become a new moon on the day 30. So this cycle of moon keeps on going and going. The different shapes of the moon that we can see every day are called phases of the moon. So students, the different shapes which we saw of the moon, they are called as phases of the moon. So students, now we will quickly revise what we have learned today. When the sun rises, there is light. Then it's a day. When the sun sets, it becomes dark and it is night. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. In the morning, shadows fall to the west and are long. When the sun is directly overhead, shadows become very short. In the evening, shadows become long and fall to the east. The daily routine of all living things are connected to day and night. The shape of the moon and the time at which it rises change every day. The different shapes of the moon are called the phases of the moon. The day on which the moon is completely round is called the full moon day. And the day on which the moon cannot be seen is called new moon day. So students, now it's exercise time. What are the following called? The different shapes of the moon seen every day. What is the answer, students? Very good. Answer is phases of the moon. Animals that rest during the day and search for food at night. What are they called? Very good. Nocturnal. The day on which the moon is completely round? Very good. It is called as full moon day. The day on which the moon cannot be seen. Very good. It is called as new moon day. So students, I would like to give you all one activity. Try this. Find out open space from where you can see the sky clearly. Go there at a fixed time every evening for a week. Do you see the moon in the same place every evening? Does the shape of the moon look the same every evening? So students, you're going to try this, okay? It's homework time. Your homework is, after how many days a new moon follow another new moon? You're going to observe these and you're going to note it down. The second one is, make a list of flowers which bloom in the morning. Students, I hope you have understood the lesson. Thank you.